Hey there, my name is Kat. Welcome to my yoga classes. If you've never taken one of my classes before, welcome. And if you are excited that I'm filming again and you've been waiting for these classes to come back, then welcome back. I did take a brief pause to stop filming because I am pregnant. That is my update for those of you who don't already know. And I'm telling you that mostly just because in my classes from here on out, you might see some changes, some modifications, or the classes just might feel a little bit different than they used to. So that's why they're different. That's why I wasn't here for a while, but I'm back now. So welcome. And as always in my classes, take them at your own pace, make them harder, make them easier, take breaks, use them at your leisure, share them with your friends. And if you're enjoying these classes, then like, share, subscribe, do all those things that you're supposed to do on the internet. And thanks for being here. Namaste. So finding your way onto your yoga mat. And today we'll be doing all groundwork. So it won't come to standing at any point. If you do feel like you're going to get uncomfortable, especially sitting or kneeling, I do recommend having something like a block or a blanket just to kind of support the body. But if you feel pretty good, then all you need is your mat today. And we'll be focusing a lot on our upper back, so kind of releasing the space between our shoulder blades, as well as a little bit of heart opening as well to kind of open both sides and release some of the tension that we hold from our shoulders, from sitting at computers and working, and all these different things. So, whenever you're ready, we'll start with our meditation as always, nothing different there. Any meditative posture is fine. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe allow the eyes to close and the jaw to relax. And as you find stillness in the body, notice the breath. Maybe notice the qualities of the inhale and the exhale. And gently engaging with your breath, start to deepen it, slowing down the in and the out breath. Slowing it down even further. And starting to feel a sense of calm and stillness moving through the body. Kind of like a warm blanket, allowing the body to settle and to soften. Notice the support of the earth underneath the body. And allowing the structure of our bones to support us without too much effort. Before we finish our meditation, let's do a gentle body scan, starting from the crown of our head, noticing every muscle in the face, ears, jaw, neck, and shoulders, and see if you can relax them. Taking a breath in and out to soften. From the shoulders through the chest, our back, belly, hips. Again, breathe in. And with your out breath, relax. Feeling all the big muscles through the glutes, legs, feet, toes. Let everything relax. And when you're ready, we'll start our practice by opening the eyes. Good. From here, if you're not already in a kneeling position, then come into a kneeling position to start. And a good way to modify kneeling if it's not super comfortable is placing a block or blanket between the feet to elevate the hips. Good. Now, once you're in a kneeling position, we're going to kind of think about doing some cat and cow-like movements, but focusing primarily on the upper back and spine. So start by just extending the arms up, fingertips towards the sky. Breathe in. And as you exhale, think about drawing the elbows down and wide, as far apart, elbows far wide, shoulder blades together on the back. Think about opening the heart. Good. Now inhale, stretch it up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, pull the elbows down and wide, open the heart. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. And keep going here. Thinking about really drawing those elbows as far apart as you can, shoulder blades really drawing together on the back. And a few more. Good. And then just release the arms, let the shoulders relax for a moment. Do a few shoulder rolls up and back. Good. Now from here, taking both hands behind your back, I want your left hand to grab onto your right wrist and then pull your right hand kind of over towards your left hip. So you're kind of lengthening the right side of the neck and pulling that right shoulder blade down. The left elbow can kind of bend. The right arm is kind of straightening a bit. Now from here, I want you to let your head fall over to the left. Just kind of really stretching out that right side of the neck. And with that left hand holding the right wrist, you don't need to pull or tug or anything like that. You're just kind of holding it in place. Feeling free to kind of move the head forward and back or to the side more. And of course, always breathing. And then gently releasing the right hand. Pull the head back into center slow. And we'll switch sides. Again, take both hands behind the back. Right hand grabs hold of the left wrist and just draw that left hand over towards your right hip, lengthening that left side down. Now let the head fall over towards the right and exploring all the different sensations there. Good. Gently release the hands. And from here, gently pull the head back into neutral. Let's take a moment to give our legs and feet a little bit of a rest, our ankles. Take the feet out in front of you and just take your hands behind you and just kind of shake out the legs. Draw some circles with the feet, relaxing the ankles. And circle both ways. Take your feet as wide as the mat and just gently windshield wipe the knees back and forth, releasing the hips and legs as well. All right, when you're ready, let's come back into a kneeling position. Again, supporting the body however you need. And we're going to come into our eagle arms. So take your arms wide into a T shape. Cross that right arm on top, wrap once, twice, come palm to palm. So from this kneeling position, we're also going to do some cat and cow-like movements. But before we come into that, think about elbows away from the body. So the tendency is to kind of get all close to the arms, but try to push them as far away as you can, letting that space between the shoulder blades really separate. Now, as you inhale, think about drawing the heart up, elbows up, untucking the tailbone. And as you exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, draw the elbows towards the knees. Really big rounding of the back. Good. Inhale, opposite. Elbows up, heart up. And exhale, round. Continue doing this at your own pace here. No rush. And see if you can really find your max range of motion here. So really rounding, trying to get those elbows to touch the thighs or knees. And when you come up, think how far up can I draw my elbows towards the sky, away from the body? Good. Do two more. And wherever you are, just gently release the arms. Give yourself some shoulder rolls up and back. Exhale out the mouth. And release it. Let's come to our other side. Arms into that T shape. Breathe in. Exhale, eagle arms. Left arm is on top this time. Wrap once, twice if you can. Before we move up and down, elbows away from the body. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, as you inhale, elbows up, heart up. And with your exhales, round. And maybe as you start, they're not as big. Let yourself warm up to these. Thinking about the elbows as far away from the body as they can go. As you breathe and move. As we move here, we're feeling every bit of our spine articulating here. It's common to get really stiff in our back, so this is really nice warm up to our body. And wherever you are on your next movement, just come to center and release the arms. And again, a few shoulder rolls up and back. Good. All right, from here, let's come on to all fours, so into your tabletop position. And from our tabletop position, I want you to think about pushing the ground away. So just gently doming the upper back, spreading the shoulder blades apart, pushing the ground away as far as you can. Good. Now, coming into kind of the opposite, let yourself sink closer to the ground, let your shoulder blades draw together. And then come back and forth. So ground pushes away, shoulder blades spread. And then sink the chest to the ground, shoulder blades together. Just kind of back and forth here at your own pace. Doesn't have to be one breath, one movement, just kind of moving and breathing. Keep spreading the fingers, grounding through the palms, really kind of just feeling the shoulders and upper back, kind of rounding and then caving in a bit. And as you push the ground away, I want you to really think about that upper back, that space really doming up as much as you can to the sky. Really exaggerate that motion. Good. Let's just do about 10 more. This should start to really fire up the shoulders as well. You might start to feel this. It's a little bit of a strength movement as well. Good. From here, gently release this. Take your knees wide. Let's come to a child's pose. Hips to the heels. Extend the arms forward. Let the forehead rest to the ground. Good. Get yourself back upright here. Come back into your tabletop position once again. Good. From your tabletop position, just drop both of your elbows down to the ground, and I want you to grab opposite shoulders. So your forearms are kind of crossing in front of you, drawing your elbows about as wide as your shoulders. Hands come to the tops of the shoulders. Now from here, you can kind of walk your elbows a little forward, and I want you to just place your chin on top of whatever arm is on top and let yourself sink to the ground. It's kind of like a modified puppy pose here. Just breathing, relax. Gently come back up just enough so you can switch your arms. So whichever arm's on top, just switch that one to the bottom. Again, grab opposite elbows, sink the chest and chin down towards the ground. When you're ready, coming on back up, coming back into your tabletop position. And from here, we're just going to spread the fingers, really ground through the palms, let the tops of the feet press flat into the ground, And take your shoulders forward, as far forward as they will go, and then a bit back. Just kind of sitting yourself forward and back. Good. And then from here, just gently sitting your hips all the way back onto the heels. Again, child's pose. Whenever you're ready, coming on back up into your tabletop position. And from our tabletop position, I want you just to twist open to the right, reach your right arm towards the sky. Big inhale. As you exhale, start to come towards your thread the needle, but we're not going to come all the way down. Just reach that hand all the way as far over to the left. Good. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Reach the right fingertips up to the sky and see how open you can really twist yourself, pulling that right arm back. Good. Exhale, coming to that almost thread the needle shape, reaching the arm down and through. Good. Inhale, twisting open and back up. Good. Exhale draws you down. Inhale pulls you back up, nice and slow. Back and forth. Just doing two more like this. Good. The next time you're coming into that thread the needle shape, let yourself finally come all the way through. Drop that right shoulder down to the ground, the back of the right arm to the ground, and just taking that left hand, either leaving it in front of the face, or you can also walk that left hand forward, pressing into the earth, rotating yourself more up to the sky. And just breathing here, take about 5 deep breaths. Slide that left hand right back in front of the face. Push yourself on back up to your tabletop position. From here, we'll switch sides. Same thing as the other side. Twist open to the left, reach the left fingertips up. Really draw the hand as back as it will go. Good. And then exhale, draw the hand under and through almost to thread the needle. And then open it back up. Inhale. Exhale, dive it under. Inhale, open. Again, now going at your own pace. And just breathing, moving. Good. Just a few more like this. Wherever you are, on that next time you're coming towards your thread the needle, let yourself come all the way through, drawing that left shoulder and the back of the left hand onto the ground. Your right hand can either stay in front of your face or it can tiptoe towards the front of your mat. Good. Gently take that right hand right back in front of the face. Draw yourself back up into your tabletop position. From here, just kind of bringing the knees together, sit back onto the heels, coming back into your kneeling position. Once again, from here, take your arms out into a T shape. And we're just going to start to fire up the shoulders a little bit more. So spread the fingers and think about drawing the fingernail side of the hand as far close to you as you can. So kind of really flexing the palms towards you. Good. Now from here, I want you just to draw little circles, starting in any direction, but just sticking to that direction first. And breathing. We're just kind of going at a nice kind of slowish pace to start. And then we'll speed it up. Good. Speed it up a bit faster, kind of coming to a nice fast little circle. And just holding this here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Shrug the shoulders up. And exhale, relax them. Good. Again, T shape. Same thing. Flex those fingers apart, fingernails towards the body. This time, just take it in the opposite direction of whatever you did before. So starting slow. And then speeding it up just a bit. And then speeding it up as quick as you can. Little circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Let the shoulders shrug up nice and high. And then exhale, let them fall. Good. All right, from here, sitting kind of facing the long side of your mat, extend your right leg out and take the sole of the left foot on the inner right thigh. So kind of coming into this nice wide stance here. Gonna kind of open up our lat a little bit as we work on our side bends. So face the chest towards that left knee. Reach the left arm up. Take a nice big breath. As you exhale, side bend over towards the right, giving a nice big stretch to the full left side of the body. Good. And the right hand can be anywhere that's comfortable. Keep flexing the right foot, rotating that heart up towards the sky. Really reaching the fingertips long, also stretching all the way up to the side, top side of the body. Taking a few more breaths here. Good. Release it. Come on back up and switch sides. Take your left leg out and bring your right foot in. Good. Facing yourself over towards that right knee. Extend those right fingertips up towards the sky. And side bend over towards the left. Extending those fingertips really long, stretching that full right side of the body. Good. Inhale, come on back up and release that. From here, just gently drawing yourself back into your kneeling position. And take both hands behind your back. I want you to interlace the fingers, but don't worry about straightening the arms. We're going to keep the elbows bent. With a little bit of a bend in the elbows, just draw the fists away from the low back, and I want you to think about opening the chest. If it's too hard, too much, or too intense to kind of pull the fist away from the low back, you don't have to, but do draw the shoulder blades together, really kind of opening, spreading the space in the heart, and breathe. Just kind of gently opening the heart up towards the ceiling. And also think about kind of drawing the elbows towards each other. And let's take about 5 breaths here. Good. Gently release this, and now take both hands in front of you, interlacing the fingers. Flip the palms to face away, kind of round the upper back, round the spine, push those palms away from the body. Let your chin drop towards your chest and breathe here. I want you to think about really taking the space between the shoulder blades and spreading it nice and wide. Let that chin drop all the way to the chest. And think about extending the palms as far away from the body as possible. Good. Release that. Take a little breather. Relax the shoulders. And we'll do the same thing. Interlace the hands behind the back, either taking the fists a little bit away from the back, or you can just let them rest on the little bit of the sacrum area. But wherever you are, just think about rolling the shoulders up and back, shoulder blades together, elbows towards each other, heart is open. Really kind of draw that as much as you can. So it should feel like you're pretty active in the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. Should feel like work. Good. Let's hold this here 5 breaths. Think elbows together, almost imagining if you could touching them towards each other. Nice long spine, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently release. Take the hands in front of you, interlace the fingers, flip it so your palms face away from you, and round, chin to the chest. Pushing those palms as far away as you can. Good. Release that. And from this same kneeling position, I want you to walk your hands behind you. It's kind of coming onto the fingertips any way that's comfortable. And I want you to think about pushing the ground away and lift the heart up. So, really kind of opening the chest here, straightening through the arms, lifting the heart to the sky. If you want to make this a little more intense, you can lift your hips up, your glutes away from the heels, and breathe. Just holding it for another breath or two here. Good. Let your hips fall back to the heels, relax. And let's come into a child's pose. Take your knees wide, forward folding. When you're ready, come back up and just transition into a cross-legged position, sitting upright, nice and tall. From our cross-legged position, I want you to take both hands, interlace them, and then just kind of take them over into the back of the head. Let your thumbs kind of rest right at the base of the skull and let your chin fall to your chest. Good. Now, the tendency is to also round the spine here, but try to release that. So, keeping a nice long spine so our chest is still nice and lifted. It's just our chin that's dropping to the chest. Adding a little bit of weight with the hands, breathe here. You can draw the elbows towards each other. With this nice long spine, just kind of gently turn the head towards the right and back to center. Gently to the left and center. Just kind of gently taking it back and forth like that, as long as it feels okay. If this is too intense, then just keep it in stillness. Good. Release that, give your head and neck a little break. Bring your chin back up to neutral and just take a breather here. We'll do something very similar. Interlace the fingers. Take the hands to the back of the head, thumbs at the base of the skull. This time you allow the spine to round. So chin to the chest, let the upper back round as well. Draw the elbows towards the ground. Let it be really heavy. And same thing as before, if it felt good on the other side, you can try it here. Just gentle turns right and left. Can be very small. And if it's too much, of course, just stay in stillness. Breathe. Release the hands away from the head and slowly draw yourself back upright. Take a moment with a nice neutral neck and spine and breathe here. Good. Now gently start to let the head fall back. Lift the chin towards the sky. Nice and slow. And just gently roll the head a little bit left and right as the chin is up towards the sky. If possible, really letting the head fall back as long as it feels okay on the neck. And just kind of gently left and right with the neck. Super small movements here. You don't want to do anything drastic. And then gently shrug the shoulders up, help your neck up, back towards neutral, and just relax. Good. Let your head fall over to the right, and we're just going to do some full circles nice and slow. Draw the chin towards the chest, head over to the left, and gently back. Doesn't have to be all the way back if it's not comfortable. Then over to the right. And again, chin towards chest. 4 revolutions here. Go at your own pace. Feeling free to kind of support the head in any way that you need. But moving nice and slow. And the next time your chin comes towards your chest, from that position, switch directions, taking it over towards the right. And back and around. And the next time your chin falls towards the chest, let it hang down there for just a moment until drawing the chin back to parallel with the ground, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and out the mouth. Good. From here, let's slowly come onto our back. Lying flat on our back. Take a moment just to draw the knees in towards the chest. Letting them be kind of wide. Take your hands onto the fronts of the knees and just draw some little circles. Just release the low back from all the sitting. Good. And then slowly take your feet down to the ground. Draw the soles of the feet together, let the knees be open wide, and take the arms overhead in a diamond shape. So elbows out, hands together, and just breathe here. And if you haven't already, maybe let your eyes close. Slowly take your hands back down by your sides and slowly extend both legs down your mat. Shavasana. And just like we started our class, on your own, scanning the body, letting every exhale relax every muscle. Feeling the space between the eyebrows relax and soften. Breathing deeply into the belly and maybe out the mouth. And slowly start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, circling through the wrists and the ankles, waking up the body, bending the knees, bring the feet to the floor. Stretch the arms overhead, really big long stretch. Inhale and exhale, relax. Gently roll yourself over to one side. Just take a breather on your side. Taking this pause, this moment to feel the ground underneath you. Gently push the ground away, pulling yourself back into an upright seated position, sitting up nice and tall. And if you'd like, maybe letting the eyes closed, bring the hands to prayer. Pushing the palms into one another. Rub the palms together. Generate a little bit of heat between the palms. Creating lots and lots of fast movement, lots of warmth, as much as you can. And then gently taking the palms and just resting them over the eyes, closing out the light. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let your palms fall away from the face into the lap, and open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. And I hope I was able to bring you some relief in your shoulders, upper back, and neck. Nice, long, thorough practice for the upper back.